Salve, and we are back again with more of the Homeric Hymn to Hermes. And in our last episode, Hermes fashioned a lyre from scratch using a tortoise shell, some sheep guts, and some reed stalks. And also the tortoise is either its forearms or its horns, depending on what translation you want to go with. I have never believed that tortoises have horns, but maybe the ancient Greeks did. I have no idea. But okay, maybe we can do some research on that one for later. But for now, we just came up to the part where it says that he was trying out his nice new toy, right? And it says here, eperetidze, that he tried it katameros in succession. I think he's playing each of the 7 sheep gut strings that he has attached to this thing. Plektro, with a pick. He dupocheros smerdaleon conabese, that it in his hand it resounded smerdaleon, which again I mentioned last time, it means horribly, but I think it's supposed to mean like it sounded like kind of beautiful, haunting almost. I guess I could ask AI, what does smerdaleon mean in ancient Homeric Greek, and just see what it has to say. But terrifyingly, fearfully, dreadfully, or piercingly. So, this could mean that he's just really bad at playing this thing, but I think just considering that, he's invented the lyre and all that, I think piercingly would be a much better translation here. So we're going to go with that. You could also make the case, I guess, that he's an infant, and so he's not going to be great at playing the lyre, but I don't think so. I think we're going to say that he was good at it because he invented the thing, right? Okay, so it resounded piercingly. Okay, so just to read out some of the meter here. Smerdaleon conabesa theos dupo kal ona eden ex autoskedi out. Okay, let's try that again. Ex autoskedies periomenos utakuroi hebe tai taliesi paraibola kertomenusin amphidia chroniden kai mai ada kalipedilon hosparos orizeskon hetaire epiloteti hen tautu en onomakluton ex onomadzon. Okay, so you can see why I wanted to end where I did, just because that's a long sentence, and let's try and wade our way through it here. So the god Eden, he sang. This is the word that's famously right there, the second word in the Iliad, right? So the god sang hupokalon quite beautifully, okay, ex autoskedies peromenos. So trying, ex autoskedies is like extemporaneously, impromptu, right? It's like What's My Line, or whatever that show was called, right? It's just kind of ad lib. He's just kind of giving it a shot, which is, by the way, how these Homeric bards would have always done this epic verse. They're just putting this together. Everybody knows the story, right? But they're putting it together in perfect verse using certain preset phrases and words and epithets for different characters that fit the meter. Like here you have Maya da Kalipedilon, right? This is a phrase that is specifically designed, the well-shod or well-sandaled Maya, it's specifically designed to fit the meter. There's no other reason to call her something like that, right? But okay, so what are we saying here? So, the lyre, which in his hand sounded beautifully, the god sang quite well or beautifully, impromptu, trying it impromptu, like eute, kuroi hebetai, like young men in their prime, daliesi, at funeral feasts, paraibola kertomeusin. So kertomeusin is like they taunt or sneer. Paraibola is like with a like as an inside joke or deceitfully, which doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. So I kind of like the with as an inside joke meaning of that. Amphidiachronidein kai maiada kal ipedilon. So he sang both of Zeus Dia here, that's Zeus in the accusative, son of Kronos, Diachronidein, kai maiada kalipedilon, and well sandaled Maya. Hos paros oridzes conhetaere e piloteti. Just as previously, their their conversation, their orizeskon hetaire e piloteti, in amorous companionship. Okay, hen tau tu genein onomakluton ex onomazo, announcing, so that's ex onomazo, announcing his own hen tau tu genein, and announcing his own or retelling his own conception, his own onomakluton, his own famous conception. Okay. And this, because it's a compound adjective, right? It is a two termination adjective. So this is actually feminine, even though it doesn't look like it, onomakluton. Okay, so then in the next line here, amphipolus tegeraire kai agla adomatanumphes. So he geraire, he it could be honored, celebrated, rewarded, but it's probably like celebrated her amphipolus, her handmaidens. So and the te here is and. So and he celebrated her handmaidens and the agla adomata, the bright home of the nymph, kai tripodas kata oikon epe etanus telebetas, and the tripods in the home, and te, right, the abundant cauldrons. So you can just imagine the kind of things people thought about as being the things of home in the whatever it's going to be, the 7th or 8th century BC in ancient Greece. And then kai tamen un ide ta defresin alamenoina. So this says and tamen une ide, and so then the men here, you could have kind of like a although thing going on here. So like, although he thus sang, ta depresin, although he thus sang, he was menoina, he was desiring, although he was thus singing, this is actually an imperfect form, by the way. So although he was thus singing, he was desiring, this is an unaugmented imperfect form here, menoina. He was desiring ta'ala, other things, fresin, in his, like his guts, right, in his heart. So there you have it. More of the Homeric hymn to Hermes. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested in learning more about epic poetry, ancient Greek, Latin, find me in the description and would be happy to help you to learn in the evening or on weekends. Till next time, Wale.